Hi, and welcome back to the kitchen with me, Chef D. Today I'm going to show you a recipe that is wonderful. It's called DJ's Smothered Meatloaf. So let's go over our ingredients and we'll get right into it. Of course, I have some ground turkey and some ground beef, breadcrumbs. I have egg whites as well as one whole beaten egg, some minced onion. I have some tomato sauce, brown sugar, mustard, Worcestershire sauce, some liquid smoke, and of course some apple cider vinegar. So the first thing I want you to do is to preheat your oven to 350 degrees and get your baking dish ready. I have my baking dish here and it's already been sprayed with pan spray. So the first thing I'm gonna do now is, obviously I'm gonna put my gloves on because this is gonna get a little messy, and we're gonna mix the meat component of our meatloaf. So I have a little bit of a larger bowl. I'm gonna put the meat in. And get that nice and mixed together. Next, I'm gonna add in the onions, the breadcrumbs, the eggs, and a half of a cup of the tomato sauce. So you're gonna gently mix everything together just until it forms into sort of a ball, kind of like a meatball, but of course it's meatloaf. Okay, it looks great as it's gotten mixed together. I'm gonna add in a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, now that our meat is completely mixed, I'm gonna pull it out into a small ball so we can kind of form it to fit our loaf pan. So go ahead and do your best to make it the shape of your pan. It should fall in there pretty nicely. Now I'm gonna let that sit on the side and we're gonna make the sauce for our meatloaf. Okay, so the sauce for the meatloaf is going to consist of more tomato sauce, yellow mustard, apple cider vinegar, Worcestershire sauce, liquid smoke, and some brown sugar. So I'm going to use my whisk and mix everything together. Now that we have that off to the side, let's go ahead and pour it on top of our meatloaf. Now that it's in every corner, it's covered, we have sauce over our meatloaf, we're gonna put this in the oven, remember 350 degrees. It's gonna bake for 1 hour, but every 20 minutes within that hour, you're gonna take it out and you're gonna baste it, just to make sure that that sauce is moving around and it's getting all over the meatloaf. Let's get it into the oven. Okay, so that's it. Our meatloaf is out of the oven. It looks great. Yes, we did have some shrinkage, but that's mostly because we mixed two different types of meat together, but it still looks wonderful. So the next thing we're gonna do is take it out of its pan. So I'm just gonna use a spatula. We're gonna get it right on the plate. And we're gonna make some slices. Of course, this is how you would normally serve your meatloaf. Let's see what we got. Wow, that looks fantastic. So this is it. This is our meatloaf recipe. This is the DJ's Smothered Meatloaf. I know that you're gonna love this recipe and I can't wait for you to come down and visit me at the Delightful School of Cooking inside of the Southern Food and Beverage Museum.